The ending of Netflix's Spanish crime drama film The Courier, 2024, shows what happens to a hustler who climbs his way to the top of money laundering organizations. Elite alum Aaron Piper leads the Courier cast as Ivan Marquez, who narrates his journey between 2001 and 2010. Refusing to struggle for money like his parents, Ivan begins working as a courier for a woman named Anne and her husband, Francois Letizier, who is in the currency trafficking business. Their operation collides with powerful men like Francisco Escamez, whom Ivan eventually betrays to the police, and Yao Ming. Ivan, often alongside his friend and business partner Yannick, spends the years coming up with new schemes, but they, and his drug use, inevitably catch up with him and his collaborators. With the authorities closing in, Ivan thinks of a last-ditch plan to prevent Yao from killing him, offering to traffic €1.55 billion from Spain to Hong Kong. Not to be confused with the 2021 true story spy thriller The Courier starring Benedict Cumberbatch, the 2024 movie directed by Daniel Calparsoro is not a story about one man's rise and fall, but the destruction of greed and corruption. Why Ivan might be past redemption after being arrested in The Courier's ending. He still seems obsessed with money. Aaron Piper as Ivan Marquez smirking in The Courier 2024. Yao agrees to Ivan's extremely perilous plan and spares his and Anne's lives because he needs to get his dirty money out of the country. The risk pays off as Ivan makes it to Hong Kong, but the Spanish authorities have issued an international warrant for his arrest, and he's swiftly caught. Ivan's celebration is cut short as he's extradited to Spain and cannot keep himself out of jail this time. After spending an unknown amount of time behind bars, the former courier seems to have regrets. However, whether those will last once he's free again is unclear. Ivan acknowledges that money is an addiction. Once you get a taste of wealth, it's hard not to fight to keep it. Being in jail and facing real consequences makes him realize he is not invincible. He will not always be able to sweet-talk himself out of trouble or into a good deal. It's a humbling lesson that could lead Ivan to a place of redemption if he's willing to return to a non-criminal life. However, even with regrets, speaking about money sparks a gleam in Ivan's eyes, hinting that he might be far too corrupted by it now. Why Anne betrayed Ivan to the police. Her freedom came at a cost. The Courier sets Ivan up to fail in the end. In the world of greed and corruption, those involved often betray or are backstabbed, all in the name of business and self-preservation. Ivan experiences both ends of the stick during his near-decade as a criminal courier transporting dirty money. He was quick to rat out Escamez to the Financial and Fiscal Crimes Unit head Inspector Roig to keep himself out of jail. He also cheated on Escamez's daughter, Leticia, when the two began to develop a relationship that fell short on Ivan's list of priorities. And was playing this game long before Ivan stepped foot into the world of money laundering. When Inspector Roig tells her off-screen to choose freedom or love, she doesn't hesitate to throw Ivan under the bus. There are moments near the end of the film that confirm she has feelings for the younger man, but romantic relationships are, again, of little consequence when saving oneself from prison time. As Ivan prepares for an unnamed amount of time locked up, and will likely have no regrets, considering she still has her freedom. What happened to Yao Ming and Francisco Escamez in The Courier's ending? One has a more ambiguous ending. Alberto Jolie as Yao Ming in The Courier 2024. As he adapts to life behind bars, Ivan sees on the jail's TV that Yao Ming was also arrested among 80 other suspects. During what the Spanish National Police Force dubbed Operation Emperador, or Operation Emperor, there were 120 searches targeting the corruption network they were all a part of. Before his arrest, Anne tells Ivan that Francois took all the money and ran. While it is not explicitly stated in the film what became of her husband, with the scope of Operation Emperor, his eventual capture felt imminent.